What's up guys, Card Protagonist here, and today I'll be doing a product review on the brand new trial deck, Ruler of Havoc, from the brand new set X-TD02. So this is another one of those trial decks that we have gotten from the brand new season XBT2. So this is one of my favorites because it is from Chaos, one of the most interesting clans right now. It's basically able to call monsters up to size 99, so that is a huge amount. And most interestingly, the Chaos features Chaos Territory, which allows you to put 2 monsters in the center. So not only you have to get past 1 monster in the center, you have to get past its partner, which means you have a lot of trouble. So this is one huge deck, and if you guys are actually huge fans of huge monsters and just epic beasts, this is the deck for you. And something really cool is the Wisdom's deck have no data at all. Oh, so it's like a secret Buddyfight. So it's a revolutionary deck for advanced Buddy fighters. I have to agree slightly because this deck is not actually very easy to play because it takes a little experience to be able to pilot a deck like this. So, but this deck allows you to have a taste of the Chaos power, which is very cool as well. So yeah, let's go on to the product review and go into the world of Chaos. Alright, so in my opinion, what Chaos does is it actually plays with lots of huge monsters. Since you pretty much have size 99 limits, you'll be able to call as many monsters, as high size monsters as you want. I mean, there's no way you can reach size 99 unless you call like a full field of Gear Gods, but otherwise you will, yeah, your opponent just die. Yeah. Alright, so here's the deck, the rulebook. The Light Fountain looks pretty nice, the silver with Wisdom on it. As you can see, it goes up to 24 life right now. Alright, so we have the simple rulebook, which teach you the rules with a little nice comic strip. So Buddyfight is quite easy to get into because it's really simple to learn. So yeah, you should be able to get a grasp of how the game works after this short 8-panel comic. And of course, we here have the rules. So take arms and fight together with your buddy. Right? So here another playmat with some instructions on how you should start your turn and how the turn process goes. And finally, the most important one is the deck. So here is an amazing monster. Never been before I've seen a size 30 monster, and it looks so good, alright? And he has 50,000 attack power. That is impressive. 2 crits and 5,000. Alright, so this is the manufactured Havoc, Gear God 7. Bow down to before Chaos, the power that runs the entire world. Call cost, put up the 2 monsters from the field into this card's soul and pay 2 gauge. He has Soul Guard. When this card enters the field, call up to 1 Chaos monster from your drop zone by paying its call cost. So you take note that you do not need to put monsters from the field. You may put monsters on the field. So if you do not have any monsters, I don't know, even if that you may not put into the soul. You can just call it without the Soul Guard. Yeah. And one thing cool is it has the Chaos Territory ability. If this card is on your center, you can put 2 monsters on your center, including this card. So when this card enters the field, when you call this guy by paying its call cost, put up to 1 Chaos monster from the drop zone by paying its call cost. So basically, you will be able to tutor any card from the drop zone. So let's say you have another Gear God, you can call another one. Then you pay call cost, you can call another one, I guess. Yeah, that's how you get like a full field of monstrosities. It's a pretty cool deck. I have some gameplay video on how the actual deck works, so be sure to subscribe for that. Alright, so we have 5 copies, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies of Gear God 7. The main boss monster of the deck. These are very good. So next up is how many draw spells they give. What wrong, they should give like 2. The one who comes from the Havoc, so it's like 2. Is that the ice? It's just 2 stones. You may only cast this card if you have 2 or more Chaos on your field, pay 1 gauge and draw 2 cards. Once per turn effect. So yeah, basic draw power in the deck. It's very important. The impact, we have 2 copies of the impact. Force Global Shutdown. Wow, I like the name of this. You may cast this card if your opponent has 5 life or less. Cost 2 gauge and deal damage to your opponent equal to the total critical of all monsters on your center. So it is so damn good because you'll be with Chaos Territory, you pretty much will have like at least 2 monsters in the center. So at the cost of 2 gauge, I know there are some monsters from the booster set which has like 3 crits or 4 crits. Put there and you can just instant impact for like 4 damage to potentially 6 damage. 2 gauge for 6 damage impact is very, very, very powerful. So yep, that's pretty much it. Combine critical monster with your center, then you can deal damage to opponents. So good card. 2 size trees. Chaos Hilo. It is a demon lord and dungeon enemy. Cost pay 2 gauge, and he has a double attack. It's actually a pretty good card in demon lords as well. Yeah, he's double attack. It's a chaos. How to see chaos is basically, if you see at the bottom right hand corner, you see this strange logo. All cards with the strange logo is just chaos cards. 4 copies of Chaos Magamugamu. Sorry for ripping its name, but basically it's a penetrate monster with size 3. So you guys can see, if you guys are observant enough, you can see that all chaos monsters are size 3s because they have 99 size limit. Let me go through the flag first so that to prevent confusion. So here we get the chaos. Unfortunately, I was hoping it to be the purple back, but it's not. You may only use chaos cards. So you cannot use generic cards for your deck. You cannot use any other cards. You must have the chaos symbol at the bottom right of the deck. Of the card, sorry. Your initial hand becomes 4 cards, so it's similar to Dragon's Eye, which you only start with 4 cards in your hand. The initial gauge becomes 2, it's standard, and your life is 10, standard. You may put monsters up to total of size 99 on your field. That's a huge amount. All size 30 or greater monster on your field cannot be destroyed, and their abilities cannot be nullified by effects. That is insane, okay? Imagine stuff like Fifth Omnis will not be able to destroy your Gear Gods by effects. You can only destroy Gear God by attack. And your abilities cannot be nullified. So Staff of Justice won't be able to nullify the effect of Gear God. That is pretty sick actually. Right? So now that you know the flag, you know what it does, okay? Next up. 4 copies of Chaos Jabberwock. It is a crocodile. I think. I don't even know what it is. It looks... Now these arts for Chaos looks so creepy. It's a counter. You can put this card from your left or right onto your center. Wow. So basically it's like a move, I guess. So if you can move it anytime, I guess it's pretty interesting. It's the first time I see one of these cards. 4 copies of Chaos Asclepius. When this card enters the field, gain life equals to the number of monsters in your center. So usually you gain 2 life because you have 2 cards in the center. And it's pretty nice that 6/6 stats. 4 copies of Chaos Guardian. So what Guardian does is when this card enters the field on your left or right and you have a monster in the center, destroy a monster on your opponent's field. So it's some control you need. 4 copies of Chaos Sekitsu. When this card enters the field, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, put the top card of the deck in your gauge and draw a card. So this is actually pretty good because you not only you get a free gauge, I guess, by cycling your hand as well. Next, this is one of my favorite cards. 4 copies of Chaos Gorgias. Gorgias is such an underrated card, right? Activate, choose a Chaos monster on your other than Chaos Gorgias in your drop zone, and you may pay 1 gauge and rest this card. If you do, you can put a chosen card into your hand. So basically you can rest him and revive 1 monster. So basically it just says that you just pay 1 gauge and you can get a free monster. That is good actually. It's a good revival spell. So 4 copies. Now we are going to the spells. 2 copies of Electron Disorder. You gain 1 life and put a number of cards from the top of the deck into gauge equals to the number of monsters on the field. So usually you have 4 monsters on the field. Charge 4 gauge, I guess. Yep. Charge 4 gauge. It's pretty cool. Hyper Energy is very powerful. 2 copies of Chaos Corrosion. You may only cast this card if you have 3 or more size 3 monsters on the field. Very easy. For this turn, all monsters on the field gains +1 crit. Wow. That's pretty sick if you're going for game. 4 copies of Chaos Energy. A very interesting looking card. Is basically Gear God 7 on the background. Counter, choose a Chaos on your Chaos monster better. It basically Dragon Energy plus 3k attack and defense and counter attack. 4 copies of Chaos Defensor. You may only cast a card during an opponent attack and you have a size 3 monster on your center. You can nullify the attack. Yep. it's pretty good. Because this is pretty much one of the few negates you will receive from the Chaos. I believe Chaos right now only have total of 8 negates. Yeah, so it's very important to play. Now for weapons, you have 4 weapons given in this deck. The first one is Chaos Ejector. Equip costs 1 gauge and 1 life. This card can attack even if you have a monster in the center. This card gains power 2k for each monster in your center. So it's basically a 6k weapon that can attack even if you have your monster blocking the front. 2 copies of Chaos Absorber. Equip cost pay on gauge. Activate, you may rest this card. If you do, put the top card of the deck into your gauge. Ooh, that's similar to my Legend War weapon. That's pretty cool. Counter, you may put this card from a field in the drop zone. If you do, nullify the penetrate of all cards on the opponent's field. Ooh. It's actually pretty good. You basically, we've already equipped this card. You're fighting a stuff like Dragon's Way. You remove this and you nullify penetrate of all cards on the opponent's field for this turn. So you won't be able to take penetrate damage. No wonder I see people actually playing this. This is actually a very, very good weapon. Alright. So I hope you guys enjoy my product review on the Trial Deck 02. Chaos, Ruler of Chaos, Ruler of Havoc. Sorry. I'll be doing a Gear God deck profile very soon, so make sure you subscribe to his channel. And peace out and love you guys. Rawr.